it going, everybody? Welcome to General Hospital MV, my GA chapter show. All cards on the table. I have been up for over 30 hours. I'm really tired, but I'm going to do my best to give you a good review this week. So let's get this party started, starting with Kiki's funeral, which I guess isn't a very fun party. So before the funeral, Michael was nice enough to bring Avery by for Ava so that she could tell her what happened to Kiki. Of course, those scenes were very touching, and Maura West killed it as usual. Avery was cute as usual as well. And then during the funeral, I have to admit, first of all, Avery was not there, but what I have to admit about the funeral is that it wasn't very moving. I mean, yes, Epiphany gave a great performance when she sang, and actually, even though I don't like Franco as the character, I thought Roger Howarth did a really good job with the scenes as well. I was just kind of like, I don't know, everyone else kind of left me sort of wanting more. No one was really heartbroken, not even TJ and Molly, who were supposedly very close to Kiki. They were very like blank-faced overall. And then, I mean, I don't know, I kind of was annoyed at the fact that there was no nurses or doctors at the funeral at all. Like, not, I mean, obviously Epiphany was, but not Francesca, who was, you know, very present during the whole Dr. Bench situation. How about Felix? Where's he been for the last little while? And I mean, obviously Elizabeth was there because she has to be, but it was just really sad. Also, Sam and Lucas were not at Kiki's funeral, and they're actually family, so what gives? After the funeral, we got some scenes that I think a lot of us were looking forward to. Ava and Carly confrontation. Ava, of course, blames herself, and she's thinking that Carly is thinking an eye for an eye, a child for a child. Kiki's blood is, you know, a result of Morgan's blood. And Carly, I have to admit, she kept her cool, and it would have been fine, except Ryan was like, you know what? This is therapeutic. Let's do this battle right now. And they got into a hell of a cat fight. It was pretty entertaining, but pretty annoying as well. I mean, expected, but typical. While all that drama was happening outside, Sunny and Laura were having a really nice moment inside the church. She didn't go to the actual funeral, she just showed up afterwards, and they had really good scenes. I really like watching those two in scenes together because they have such history on the show. So seeing them sort of reflect on everything was really nice. And of course, Laura told Sunny that Ava and Kevin are sleeping together, and he was shocked, and after Carly found that out too, and she was shocked. What is going on with Kevin, you ask? Maybe ask him when you visit Ferncliff, because that's where he is! The next day, Laura actually paid Ava a visit to her house to give her condolences, and Ava wasn't very receptive because she assumed that Laura was there to gloat given what happened between Ryan and Ava, or Kevin and Ava. But Laura was very kind and understanding, and once Ava saw that, she apologized for reacting the way that she did, which was very big of Ava as well. The two of them were actually able to have a very civil conversation when it came to Kevin. I mean, Laura had assumed this whole time that Kevin and Ava were having an affair, but Ava was like, no, 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 no. The first thing that happened between me and Kevin happened in front of you. That was the first thing. So that left Laura even more confused and frustrated, and she actually warned Ava to be careful because Kevin is not himself. Girl, you have no idea. Alright, now let's talk about Ryan for a second, because he had scenes with Carly in the hospital and he was defending Ava to the max, and of course Carly was not very pleased with it, but she decides for some reason to reveal the fact that she knows more information on the mystery patient in Ferncliff. And to me, I was like, really? You already knew that Kevin wasn't okay with this in the first place, so why are you telling him this? And of course, Ryan gets that look, and he's like, who knows besides yourself about this whole situation? And she's like, Spinelli and Sunny. And he's just like, Sunny, of course. Carly, you may have unknowingly just saved your own life. It looks like trouble is brewing for Sunny and Carly in more ways than one, because Margot goes to their house and returns a scarf, and Carly was not very pleased with the fact that she had Sunny's scarf in the first place. Man, Carly was so pissed that she couldn't even count to 10 with Jason, but she can't even really confront Sunny in an angry way about this because he's going through enough with his father. It actually appears that Mike is getting worse. The last time that Sunny seen him, he didn't even recognize him for a minute. It was pretty sad to watch. Sunny's heart was breaking. Great performance by Maurice Bernard, and of course Max Gale as well. It's been a great story, but obviously I feel like it's going to come to an end soon, especially with Yvonne being in there full time. I think it's a matter of time before Mike is in there full time, and it's going to cause problems with Yvonne and her husband Marcus, Marcus is already not pleased with Mike and Yvonne's relationship. But what can they do? Like, even if Sonny and Carly were to go to Mike and be like, hey, you need to show some respect to Yvonne's husband, he's probably going to forget the next day. Like, I don't know what Marcus expects them to do. I'm sorry guys, I'm trying to English here, 30 hours without sleep, remember, keep that in mind. Continuing on. Let's talk about Margot just a little bit more now, because last week we saw her trying to give Drew the flash drive. This week he did accept it, but he doesn't know what to do with it. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong here, I don't think we know for sure that he will lose his memories if he has this operation, right? I feel like that was a thing that was like a possibility if Andre were to do this memory mapping thing without the flash drive, but he hasn't now. So is that really a risk? I don't know. The thing is, even if Drew were to lose the memories of the last 4 years, he can always make them again. Just like he made new memories with Kim and Oscar, he can do it once more. That's just my 2 cents, of course. What do you guys think? Do you think Drew should go through with the procedure? Let me know in the comments below. Anyway, between the memory mapping thing and Oscar, Kim and Drew are getting understandably closer, and Kim was reminiscing about memories of them back in the day, and Julian walked in on a very touching moment between them, and it made him mad because Julian just made the effort to like get her groceries and get her house clean, and he got all jealous and enraged. He was so enraged that he like fired Christina, but then he's like, take it back. And Alexis is like, you're an ass, give my daughter a $5 raise. And he did. Damn, a $5 raise? I'm lucky if I can get like a $1.60 raise. Anyway, so meanwhile Oscar is still not feeling very well. He's not eating, and that is worrying Jocelyn. She brings her concerns to Cameron, and Cameron's like, well, hey, have you tried weed? And I guess Cameron was gonna try to get weed for Oscar. Now this is where I'm confused, okay? Because later on we see Oscar baking brownies with Laura's help. But they make it seem like there's weed in the brownies, but they also kind of implied that he hasn't picked up the weed. So I'm really confused. Like, is there weed in those brownies or is there not? I feel like if there was, Laura should have smelt that, because all cards on the table, I've definitely made weed brownies before, and that shit smells. So if she didn't smell that, then the writers don't even know what they're talking about with the whole weed brownies thing. But I don't know, I'm confused. It was written so bizarrely. Like, I don't know if there was, but they had eerie music when Franco took the brownies and he was gonna take it to the bake sale, and they made it this urgent thing. So, okay? Guess I'll be less confused later. Speaking of Cameron though, let's talk about his little brother, because Laura kind of put 2 and 2 together and revealed that Hayden is being bullied by Charlotte. Laura actually went to Lulu and said this so that she could go to Charlotte right away and end this. Lulu has a good talk with Charlotte, and she's just saying, oh, he's weird and I'm just trying to teach him how to act. And Lulu's like, you don't have the right to do that. Everyone is different, and it's not on anyone to tell someone else how to act. Lulu actually brings Charlotte right over to Elizabeth's house to apologize to Hayden, and that's what we're going to see next week. I don't know if this bullying storyline is going to be resolved that fast, but I don't know. I mean, if it does get solved that fast, it seems like a pretty pointless story. Nina is not happy with how Lulu handled the situation, and honestly to that, I want to look at Nina and say, back the hell off. I know that you helped raise Charlotte, but Lulu is the mother, and she was just being firm and serious because this is her nephew that Charlotte is bullying, and there's, you know, it's undeniable proof now. So, like, I don't know. Nina's very frustrating lately, and I know that the actress herself said on her, I think on her Twitter or her Instagram, that she was not okay with the storyline, but she's just doing her job. So at least she was outspoken on that matter. Alright, now let's talk about Nina's husband Valentin, because he's in a little bit of heat because Dr. Obrecht is back in town. Anna brought her in and revealed to Obrecht that Britt is not sick. She's not even at the hospital anymore. In fact, she's gone and left Port Charles to move somewhere else. So I guess that's it for Britt, which I'm kind of sad about because I love Britt. But anyway, Dr. Obrecht overhears Anna saying that Nina has a new daughter, and right away Obrecht is like, give me my one phone call. And that one phone call is Valentin, and she goes to him and says, I know that you brought Nina a daughter that isn't actually hers, and I want you to get me out of here or else I will tell her. Which, I mean, I'm like kind of giddy at the fact that she has one over Valentin, but also like this is a way for Obrecht to get away with the whole Peter thing, and on top of that it's a way for Valentin to continue on longer with this horrible secret that he's keeping about Sasha not really being her daughter. By the way, Sasha also left town, so it's just like, oh, I'm so tired of Valentin getting away with all of his horrible things that he's been doing based on like blackmail and secrets, and it's just making my head spin. I need someone desperately to put Valentin in his place. Desperately. Basically, because of this blackmail, he is trying to get Peter not to testify or to say that he didn't get a good look at his captor so that Obrecht can get away with what she did to him. And I just know that even though he wouldn't do that for Valentin, he's probably going to do that for Maxie, because Maxie has compassion for Dr. Obrecht and was already in his ear about showing some compassion for her. So, I don't know. I'm just frustrated over the whole situation. But yeah, that was General Hospital this week. I hope that this video was coherent enough for you to understand me, because my English is probably just horrible today because I am so tired. Let me know what you guys thought of General Hospital in the comments below. And if you like this video, give it a big old thumbs up, subscribe if you want to, and I will catch you guys next week. Oops, I almost forgot. Willow and Chase had their first date at his apartment, which is kinda sketchy. But was her over-the-top reaction a result of something that happened in her past? Let me know what you think, and thanks for watching.